Welcome to our Foundation Day Covenant Sunday. I am Ann-Maree Huxtable and I am a member of the family branch in WA. We celebrate this day, the foundation act between our Father and Founder, together with the boys and our Blessed Mother. This original covenant of love can be defined as an exchange of hearts. Our theme for this year is Schoenstatt's Way, Authentic Witness to Holiness. Today, we want to think about our Schoenstatt motto, nothing without you, nothing without us. As explained in 200 questions about Schoenstatt, the saying, nothing without you, nothing without us, is often found on the decorative front to the altar cloth in the shrine. This tradition goes back to 1933 and is an expression of our covenant of love. The nothing without you indicates Schoenstatt's dependency on the presence and activity of Mary in the shrine. Our covenant is a contract where two parties reach a mutual agreement, including a list of the terms of the contract. Both parties have an obligation to meet to ensure the contract or covenant remains active. In 1963, Father Kentenich summarised the covenant in the forms of 6 promises and 6 demands from the paragraph 11 of the founding document. Mary's 6 promises in Schoenstatt's covenant of love. It will please me to dwell in your midst and distribute gifts and graces in abundance. From here, I will draw youthful hearts to myself. I will educate them to become useful instruments in my hands. In the formation sessions already presented this year, there are many points which reflect both Mary's and our potential to abide by the covenant conditions. I would like to revisit some of these points. In January, Angela stated, when the soul is completely at home and deeply transformed, it is able to be more effective as an instrument of God, allowing it to attain a higher degree of apostolic fruitfulness. She further reminded us, Father Kentenich spoke often about the new person in the new community. In Schoenstatt's covenant of love, Sister Thomasine writes, our will also be transformed so that it will become more and more attuned to God's will. The Blessed Mother will strengthen our will, enabling us to stand firm in our principles and to be independent of the opinion of others. This continues. Our covenant partner will also transform our heart so that the power of love is constantly nourished by God. And the grace of inner transformation will also affect in us the growth of the new personality. In earlier presentation this year, Bernadette and Jane said, our consecration plunges us into the heart of the Blessed Mother, ultimately uniting us more deeply with her Son. This indicates Mary's willingness to act as our partner in our evangelization efforts. Nathan stated, Schoenstatt is serious about Mary wanting to educate us to be authentic witnesses to holiness. And that we are also fully aware that Mary was chosen by God to be our mother. Michelle told us the Holy Spirit is most effectively at work where he finds Our Lady. Michelle also gave us explanations of Mary's evangelization at the Annunciation, the Visitation, the Crucifixion, and at Pentecost as examples of how to evangelize to those around us. She explained that Mary, our mother, is the first evangelizer. In Covenant of Love in Daily Life, Sister Thomasine writes, "We must accept Mary as our guide and walk the way she leads, trusting that she knows it best, even when the path is unknown to us and the goal seems too far away." Later on in the same paragraph, Sister continues, "It shall be enough for us to know that our guide is securely and firmly leading us and that we can reach the peaks best when we follow blindly." This ties in with the quotes above, and in particular Sister Elizabeth's quote in July, where she stated, "As Schoenstatters, we always remember that it is Our Lady who, in the strength of the covenant of love, helps us in this task of evangelization, of bringing society and the world of today home into the heart of the Heavenly Father." But what about our side of the covenant? Again, from 200 questions, the nothing without us indicates the necessity of our cooperation and striving, so that the terms by which Mary was persuaded to come and dwell in Schoenstatt and all our daughter and heart shrines are met. From Father Kentennick's 1963 summary of the 6 promises and 6 demands of the covenant as expressed in the founding document, Mary's 6 demands in Schoenstatt's covenant of love: prove, first by your deeds, that you really love me. Increase your striving to the highest degree. This sanctification I demand of you. Diligently bring me contributions to the capital of grace. Fulfill your duties faithfully. Pray fervently. Sister Elizabeth further stated, "As a lay movement, our Schoenstatt family has a great mission for the Church and the world of today." We need to remind ourselves of this fact and our responsibility to live the covenant of love in its depth, to help with the moral, religious renewal of the Church and society. Are we fulfilling our responsibilities? Angela quoted Pope Francis saying, "We must not be backseat Christians, cozy in our own comfort zone." This is a challenge to us to take some action to be evangelizers. Nathan pointed out, in the covenant we are journeying with Mary to the altar, and that we contribute to the tapestry which is the face of the Church. Only last month, Ann-Maree reminded us of the need of fervent prayer as we strive to live everyday holiness. She further mentioned that the rosary should be regarded as a friend in good times and in times of battle or struggle. She said, "The path that leads to holiness is the path of prayer." Michael said in March that the evangelization is about encounter and that we need to be patient, to be ever trusting and hopeful, and that what we are doing will bear fruit. Schoenstatt's way of authentic witness to holiness is about encountering with the Heavenly Father, Mary's Divine Son, the Holy Spirit, our Blessed Mother, our Father and Founder, and everyone we meet. By carrying out the terms of demands of the covenant we made or make with Mary, and becoming instruments in her hands, we can be sure she will give us the strength and courage as we strive to fulfill our baptismal mission of bringing Christ into the world. Nothing without you, Mother and Queen, nothing without us. To conclude this presentation, please pray with me These verses from the Hymn of the Instruments. Mother thrice admirable, let us always be your instruments, lovingly giving ourselves in your service, today and forever. Use it as it pleases God, entirely for your Schoenstatt world. Let us walk like you through life. Let us mirror you forever, strong and noble, meek and mild. Peace and love be our endeavour. Walk in us through the world, make it ready for the Lord. Thank you, and wishing you a blessed Foundation Day, Covenant Sunday.